Plus, we will have a live demonstration on some of those safety tips for your 4th of July.
With 4th of July just around the corner, some local fireworks stands heat up with competition.
That's right, plus some important rules and safety tips to keep in mind this holiday weekend. KOMU 8's Blake Hansen joins us live with more on what to do when you light up the sky.
Well, good evening, Nina and Angie. We're at Bob's Fireworks. It's just one of the many vendors across mid-Missouri. But before anything lights up, safety officials are reminding residents and vendors about firework regulations. Cities across mid-Missouri have different rules, but with the same purpose. KOMU 8's Kaylee Milas shows us how safety officials want to prevent fire.
Kaylee Milas, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
Now, in Columbia, extra police officers will police the area July 1st through the 5th for safety. Columbia firefighters and police are urging citizens to skip firing off their own fireworks. They say instead you should attend the Fire in the Sky on July 4th at Memorial Stadium. But it's not necessarily football or basketball, but firework vendors are getting pretty competitive. KOMU Jake Schlegel shows us just how competitive those vendors get this time of the year.
Fireworks is really competitive.
Jake Schlegel, KOMU 8 News, Boone County.
Now, some firework vendors around Columbia estimate that sales are up about 20% this year. Now, firework safety is also very important, along with rules and some of the competitiveness that those firework vendors have. I'm joined now by KOMU 8's Todd Taminia, who's been following some of the important safety tips that you should keep an eye on and be aware of. And Todd, what are some of the things that you research?
Yeah, Blake, obviously safety is one of the most important things when dealing with a firework. And we're going to do a little demonstration here shortly to show you how to be safe when lighting a firework. But before we do that, we're going to check a few things. The first thing you want to do is make sure the firework has a label on it. That label means it's not a homemade firework or an illegal firework. It's made by a manufacturer. And you also want to have either a fire extinguisher or a bucket of water, a hose nearby, in case for some reason anything goes wrong. Now we're going to set this firework down here and show you how to properly light it. I'm going to keep my fire extinguisher nearby. And one thing I want you to notice, I kept the wick straight up, and I'm a good distance away from it. And so when you light it, you're going to reach your arm out and light it. So I'm going to walk this back here a little bit because we want to be appropriate distance away from it. So I'm going to set this down. I'm going to have Will walk me a little bit. I know we're getting a little dark, but we're going to take a step back, have my fire extinguisher ready. We're going to light this guy. Okay, we're going to walk away from it. It's one of the most important things. Get a good distance away from the firework. And there it goes. Now, Blake, as you can see behind us, it looks like it's completely out, but we keep our fire extinguisher saved by in case anything, we want to be safe. And one of the other things we want to mention, too, tonight is the safety rules in different counties. You want to make sure, we know Columbia, you obviously can't do within the city limits. Tell us about that, Blake.
Yeah, we ought to make sure, check your laws in the local areas before you light off any fireworks. We'll have more coming up after the break.